Hello, hello, welcome back to No Man's Land. I'm Hitman82. Here, Mr. Fadman is here. Hello, Fad.
Hello.
And we have Squirr. Hello, Squirr. Hello. It's all squirrely. What are we doing, Mr. Fad?
We're doing stuff and things. So
Stuff and things.
I think Squirrely is going to chop down a tree and grow some more grass because I think someone got a little bit happy with the mower. But Squirrely's also set Hitman up for doing a whole bunch of baling, so there's already a bunch of road grass. And I am going to go and fertilise this field. And then I'm going to go and pick up bales and sell them.
You're going to go talk to the field. That'll fertilize it.
Well, not as well as
and
you
we're
would.
off. Oh my goodness. Everybody having enough heat this week? Oh my goodness, it has been hot. So hot. How hot is it? Hot enough to cook your food out on the sidewalk.
Out on the sidewalk.
Not that it would.
Okay.
Derp. Oh, neat little baler. Haven't used this one before.
Yeah, it's I've been watching a bunch of YouTube videos, and that's actually one that I saw. I've seen videos of it actually in use, and the person that did the video was going, "Oh yeah, this is brilliant. It's much better because apparently it cuts from the bottom, so the bales are more uniform and less of them fail and twist and things."
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting. Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of nostalgic watching of square balers and stuff, just to get the noise and the whatnot. Little memories.
Now, is that like real life baler, or you're talking about farms and baling, or like a
real life balers? I've been, I'd say, just getting a little bit nostalgic for when I was 5, 6 or whatever, and walking around the field. Probably older than that, maybe 10, 11. Walking around the field, following the baler, and all that.
When
jazz.
you were a young McDonald who had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Well, I didn't have the farm; it was my uncle's farm.
It'd be pretty funny though if his name was McDonald.
Well, yes, but alas, I cannot
Yeah,
provide
he ruined
such
it.
enjoyment for you.
Yeah. Oh wow.
His name was Alan.
Was it Mick Allen? No.
Funnily enough, no. Is your name Mick Hitman?
Sometimes. It is when I'm farming. Actually, my super sneaky name is Hard Worker. So when I join a server, my name there is Hard Worker. So I usually won't get kicked right away anyway. Because who wants to kick someone who joins your farm and their name is Hard Worker? I mean, other than you.
Well,
You would do it.
I kind of guessed that it was you anyway, and yeah. Right, go on. We don't need no hitmans. We don't need no hitmans.
And his lies about his work ethics.
Yeah. Well, I've taken precautions this week as well, or this recording session, to prevent dog-based interruptions. So he's currently sulking because I've shut the door to the lounge, which I've been doing actually because he's been a little bit unwell, and he did some things in there that I'd rather he didn't do in there. So when I'm not in there with him, I've been shutting the door anyway.
He's a little devil sometimes, isn't he?
Well, he was doing it because he wasn't well. So I'm not. It's not the dirty protest kind of things. It's the I'm not well. My stomach's all upset. And yeah, it's now or it's Not now. No, what a little devil.
Oh my goodness, these bales are so small. I bet you can pick them up and throw them on a trailer by hand.
You can.
You can.
Yeah.
That's the whole purpose of it. Small square.
Yeah.
And the videos I've been watching, in terms of the kind of real life marketplace, they're saying that small square is pretty much what people want because of the way it's harvested. So it's kind of, you can take a little bit at a time, which you can't do with the larger round bales.
Yeah.
So
that's what I buy for my own garden is small square hay bales.
yeah,
Not square, but rectangular, but square bales.
yeah, but, yeah.
Yep, probably this size, I imagine. Let me get out and look.
35 kilos.
Well, I'm not sure if that's the size or not. I don't know how much they weigh, but
600 liters.
oh, one guy. That's a lot of juice containers.
Well, I'll just prop them up underneath your mouth. Catch the overspill.
They're bales, not lozenges,
Well, all good
but they're
fun.
both the same size.
Da, da, da. Yeah, so
That's something in Farms in 2013. The sheer number of little bales we had that were all little, basically the game treated as little tractors. Boy, that was laggy.
yeah.
Took a while for us to figure out what the problem was too, didn't it? I think.
More than
We'd know
likely.
today.
I honestly don't recall, but it sounds about right.
It was a little. I think it was a John Deere baler. It's mod,
Possibly.
obviously.
Possibly. Might have to do some live streams and just try and maybe just host some of the old videos and just do a bit of nostalgia.
Oh, that'd be funny. Not funny, but fun. I mean,
No.
and funny too, I guess.
Well, yeah, more than likely.
The worst part is half the jokes I'll probably have heard before. More recently. Hey, the
Probably.
joke is funny.
But
You gotta tell it again in another couple years, right?
on the plus side, the Farmer Kurt might be able to kind of pick some new ones up that he hasn't heard before because they're years old.
hmm
You never know. I mean, it's worth a thought. Oh dear. So how is everybody this week? I hope you're doing all right.
Is that for us or for our viewers?
A bit of both, really.
Bit of both, yeah. Oh, just getting over heat spell here. It's been too hot to do much outside without going out early in the morning beating the heat.
Yeah.
I usually go to bed at 1 or 2 in the morning. I've been going to bed at 9 and 10 at night just to have more work time in the morning.
Yeah, that's my usual time to go is like 8, 9. And because I'm up at between 5 and 6 because somebody is in a routine, shall we say. So, I mean, he'll wake up at 5 and or 11 minutes past 5. And when I say 11 minutes past 5, there's enough days that it's consistent that it's 11 minutes past 5. So sometimes I'll take him out for to do toilet early or not. But then he's happy to just chill out and cuddle until 6 o'clock when the alarm goes off on a weekday. And that's when it's time for breakfast and WALK time.
Walkies.
Yeah. He can't hear you because you're on the headset, so...
I know. I wouldn't have said it otherwise. They'd be all
Really?
excited. Yep. Well,
Hey,
You
Jared.
wouldn't have attempted to wind the dog up just to spite
no,
me?
I would not.
Yeah.
Let's take a vote. Anyone in the comments that thinks Hitman is being sincere about that, then, yeah. Type in pink lemonade.
Well, I really wouldn't because my neighbor has 2 Shelties, you know, the like miniature collie type dogs, and they are
Alright.
super yappy together. So every time he lets them out, I gotta put headphones on or something so I don't have to hear it. And this is not, he's not a close neighbor, it's just, the sound really carries.
He's 10 miles away.
Anyway, it's not the most enjoyable experience to listen
No.
to.
Fortunately, he does most of his yapping when he's inside. So,
That's good.
and when he gets used to what's going on, he's not too bad. Bless his heart.
Yeah. Yapping out of excitement, then I'm assuming.
Well, usually yapping to kind of let people know he's there.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's kind of, I'm here, this is my territory. Typical dog stuff.
Yeah. I'm a big dog, can't you hear it? You can hear it in my voice, I'm a big dog.
Yeah, that too. He doesn't know he's a small dog. I swear to God, he doesn't know he's a small dog.
He's got little dog syndrome.
No, he honestly, he doesn't have little dog syndrome. He plays with big dogs. He plays with Alsatians, German Shepherds, Lurchers. He don't care. He does not care what size the dog is. He's just gonna play. Which isn't really a bad thing because that means that he's not excessively barking at them.
Mm-hmm.
The only larger dogs he tends to bark at are the ones that when you kind of then go, oh yeah, okay, so you've got an issue with your dog. Okay, that's why he's barking then, because he can obviously sense the fact that they're not going to get on. So, because not all dogs are friendly, and that's okay. I had a rescue that
Dogs are
wasn't
like
particularly-
people.
Yeah, I had a rescue that wasn't friendly towards people. And that's... Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you're not people.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, why? Oh, I found a stump. Found a stump.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Yeah.
Alright, now that we've mowed, we'll be able to spot them easier.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and get the stump grinder on in a little bit. I might do that next time. Do a little bit more bale collecting, then, well, do the stump grinding, then do a little bit more bale collecting. Maybe.
Well,
Maybe.
when Squirrelly's done chopping trees, and if he wants to jump in baling, I'll likely switch over to stump grinding anyway. So we'll see.
Not if I
Depends on
beat
where
you
we
to
end up.
it. Not if I beat
Oh,
you
unless
to
you beat me to it.
it. Because there's only one stump grinder.
Mm-hmm. Right now, yeah.
You're not having the
Fight
credit
for it.
card again. You not having the credit card again. Just no. 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 No.
No. Oh, come on. I borrowed the tractor that you're driving, didn't I?
Yeah?
Well then. Was that a bad decision?
Well, maybe.
Depends. I'll let you know. We run out of money. It's your fault.
Basically, yeah. You're my
Yeah.
all-purpose backup plan. Just blame
We
Hitman.
sold 486 in bales. I sure hope that wasn't a full bale loader.
It's this one. Second.
It was full?
Yeah.
Oh,
14 bales.
wow. That's a full load is $456.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
look, we've been putting it on the low loader. I just can't be bothered.
Yeah,
Running
okay.
backwards and forwards.
So we could do it a little more realistically, and you could just drive along with that low loader, and Squirrely and I'll run along the side throwing bales on it.
Well, in all honesty, if I want
Well-
to be realistic, what I'd want to do is I'd want to get an accumulator to whack on the back of the baler, so it just whacks them into groups of 12 or so,
Mm-hmm.
and it just makes picking up a lot easier. But there we go. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of watching of people doing square baling. So there's ones that stand on a trailer on behind the baler and just stack it. And
Yep, I remember doing that.
Yeah, I was looking at that and I just couldn't understand why we never did that, because we never did. We had the accumulator when I was a kid, so there'd be kind of groups of bales here and there, and then you kind of go around and pick them up.
Yeah. It was the farmer that I worked for. He started out doing it where you're basically behind the baler, and then he got to the point where he got a stoker behind it, so it would stack 7 bales at a time, and then he had a special thing on the front end loader that would pick the whole group of 7 up and put it on the trailer, and then you just stack the ones that they put up there.
Yeah, my uncle had that. It was I don't know if it was a group of 7 or a group of 8 or whatever it was, but whatever the accumulator did, he got a thing that basically put a claw down into it to pick it up all as a one. Now, it didn't always work because...
Yeah. Well, these ones were stacked in like a triangle, so that way if it rained, all the water would just basically run off them.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it was, I can't remember what they're actually called now.
Every time you say accumulator, I think of Minecraft and collecting water.
Yes, that would be aqueous.
An aqueous accumulator, not a bilious accumulator.
A Balius Bundless.
That's a good. You know what? There you go. There's a good brand name for one. Balius Maximus.
No, that's the big one.
Meep, meep.
We're talking about small square bales, so it's Balius
Minimus.
No. Balius Bundless.
Oh, okay.
Better trademark that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just did. This is going out on YouTube. Publicate once it's published.
Yeah, I'm sure New Holland's going to be real upset about that. He taking that name.
Yeah, I'm sure
they could have had it.
Well,
or Massey or whoever. It was mostly Massey equipment when I was a kid. There was my friend, his dad ran a Massey dealership. So, and it was just a small town, so it was like the only tractor dealership in town.
yeah.
It's Massey Ferguson.
That would do it. Like I've got one more. Another load of biololos.
What's the top speed on that tractor?
Question. At the moment, I'm towing out. Ah! 21, 22, 22 miles an hour.
Alright. What's that in kilometers? I have no idea. 22,
You have to ask somebody.
back to math.
Yeah.
Well, it's under 50. It's like 40, probably 43 kilometers an hour, maybe. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Who knows?
Well, isn't yours set to kilometers?
Yeah, mine is.
I guess you'd have to drive it and then you'll know.
Yeah, we're a bit of an oddity over here. We're metric, but we still use miles per hour.
I watched a video about that this week. Guy was talking about.
Yeah, we're kind of like that too.
Why the U.S. hadn't gone metric.
I think they've considered it from what I have seen on YouTube videos and stuff, because I've seen a few videos about that as well. It seems to have been that they've considered it a number of times, but each time they do, it's considered to be too difficult to update everyone all at once.
That's what they've been saying since the 1800s. Yep.
So it's kind of, well, why not? Why
Yeah.
not start somewhere? Because if you don't start somewhere, you'll never do it.
It was also, it depends on what it is you're doing, because of metric is base 10, where I guess it's base 2 for imperial.
It's different for different things, isn't it?
Well, I think the big thing is, like in your metal shop, for instance, if you're gonna do, like if being able to take an inch and then make fractions of an inch, like so you go like half of that would be half an inch, quarter of it would be quarter of an inch. All that's easy. Where if it was metric, and you're doing say 1 centimeter, and then a quarter of that is 25 millimeters. Well, then what's half of that? 0.125 millimeters. It just starts getting awkward if you're doing things like metal thicknesses and that. I guess that's what
Does it?
I
though?
saw in the video. I don't know if it's. I use both, so it depends on what I'm doing. I guess you do too, since you're telling me miles per hour and we were talking Celsius earlier.
Yeah. Well, temperature-wise, Celsius. Speed-wise, miles an hour. Fuel efficiency, miles per gallon, or miles per kilowatt hour. But yeah, in terms of measurements, generally. Although I think some of the road signs are still put out a number of yards away from certain things. So like 300 yards, 200 yards, 100 yards for markers to a roundabout.
Must be fun for when the people from, say, France or Germany come to Britain to visit.
Well,
Driving on the other side of the road, and
they're not put down in yards specifically. It's just like a 3, 2, 1 countdown. So it's just the fact that they're equidistant and they're counting down 3, 2, 1. It's like, yeah, okay. You should
I can figure that out.
Even without knowing what a yard is, you should be able to figure that stuff out. So there we go. Well, that's delivered another set of bales, so I'm going to come back and grab the stump grinder, and we'll be back ready for another go-around.
Stump grinder's hooked up already.
Stump grinder's been picked up already?
It's hooked up to the other tractor that I was using.
Okay.
Alright, so we're ready to wrap up, are we?
Yeah, we are ready to wrap up for this one. Yeah, well, you actually managed to catch on to a hint, Hitman. Well done.
I did.
And people
I'm not sure
say
everyone here did, though. Alright, well, we will.
There's only one other person he's referring to here.
That's the guy. I just heard him. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Make sure you tune in for the next one.
Have a good one.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.